My name is Frances Haugen. I used to work at Facebook. I'm here today because I believe Facebook's products harm children, stoke division, and weaken our democracy. The choices being made inside of Facebook are disastrous. The company's leadership knows how to make Facebook and Instagram safer, but won't make the necessary changes because they have put their astronomical profits before people.
You're saying that documents exist, that at the highest level at Facebook, you had information discussing these two choices, and that people chose, even though they knew that it was misinformation and hurtful and maybe even causing people lives, they continued to choose profit.
Mark Zuckerberg was directly presented with a list of, quote, soft interventions and chose to not remove downstream MSI. And in the end, the buck stops with Mark. There is no one currently holding Mark accountable but himself.
Facebook and the other tech companies are throwing a bunch of money around this town, and people are listening to them. We have done nothing significantly past.
We're going to look back 20 years from now, and all of us are going to be like, what in the hell were we thinking? When we recognize the damage that it's done to a generation of kids.
Kids are saying, I am unhappy when I use Instagram and I can't stop. That if I leave, I'm afraid I'll be ostracized.
Right.
And that's so sad.
So they know that.
That's what their research shows.
Why do you think Facebook didn't address this publicly when they figured it out internally that they were having an adverse impact on young people, especially young women? Why didn't they come forward and say, we've got a problem, we've got to figure this out?
I think they feel a little trapped and isolated.
I have a text that was just put up by Facebook's spokesperson. It says, just pointing out the fact that Frances Haugen did not work on child safety or Instagram or research these issues and has no direct knowledge of the topic from her work at Facebook. If Facebook wants to discuss their targeting of children, practices of privacy invasion or violations of the Children Online Privacy Act, I am extending to you an invitation to step forward and testify.
The company intentionally hides vital information from the public, from the U.S. government, and from governments around the world.
If you were a member of this panel, would you believe what Facebook is saying?
Facebook has not earned our right to just have blind trust in them. And like often people do when they can hide their problems, they get in over their heads. And I think Facebook needs an opportunity to have Congress step in and say, guess what? You don't have to struggle by yourself anymore. You don't have to hide these things from us. You don't have to pretend they're not problems. You can declare moral bankruptcy and we can figure out how to fix these things together. Because we solve problems together, we don't solve them alone.